speak to this report in way of supporting it and say that I had the rare opportunity of being part of the delegation that went to this. Yes, I was there. I can assure you, Anyonyi, and it was interesting.
It shows the support for women.
And I did so in support of women, and I want to assure you members that when these reports are brought to the floor, and especially my male colleagues, when they are on the floor, it is not that they need to be debated by women. So when you don't see women here, it doesn't mean that they are not supporting it. It's actually us to speak to them and support it. And I want to encourage my colleagues and tell you that being in such conferences is very useful. There are many, many things that you will learn on what you can do to women in your own area, and things that can even help you in your seat, perhaps in an easier way than you'll have to struggle. And I know in this country we are still struggling with the need to make sure that we have a two-third gender rule here.
Honorable Kioni, just a minute. Honorable Member for Malava, you have an intervention?
Malava, I now will deal with you.
Madam Speaker, the Honorable Member is saying that he has an interest in women. What interest is this, Madam Speaker?
You need him to declare.
Mr. Speaker,
let me not speak for you.
If you're a man and you have no interest in women, you have a problem. So, and some of these questions should not be put on. It is just natural. That is one. Two, you are born by a mother, you have girls, I have also a wife that I love, and so I hope that satisfies your curiosity. But I was saying that, Madam Speaker, on a very serious note, there is a lot that we can do in our committees. And the things that have been are contained in the call to action, you notice that are cross-cutting. It's not just one committee that needs to get involved. Many, many committees have work to do, not just to deal. I'm looking for the call to action number 30. It says improve access to justice. You will see the number of committees that are involved in that particular action point, number 30. There are very many committees that will be involved to actualizing that. And as members, we need to pay attention to this report. It is very useful for us to have women in decision-making places. It is very crucial to think of that woman living in the rural area. In fact, sitting in those breakout committees, you realize there are very many experiences that we learned from Senegal and Liberia of what the women are doing out there and what we can learn from them. There is, of course, a lot that we can also showcase. But on the whole is that as a country, we start to benefit by having women on board, by making sure that we take care of our girls, because I think it is foolhardy if we don't do that. And you can actually see, even before you can actually see in the last 1 week, Madam Speaker, in this very house, we have had a motion that you yourself will sponsored on the need for care centers for gender-based violence persons. We had another motion that was sponsored by Mheshimiwa Bishi Boko that was talking about the special unit within our primary schools. Things that, though even men would bring them on board, you can actually see the kind of motions that we are fighting on the floor are now have more concern on issues that we would ideally ignore as men and imagine that we can deal with them. And it just goes to prove that we actually, having more women in Parliament helps us to focus on virtually all the other areas that you would ideally think that you can take them on without having to talk about them because you are a man. So I want to recognize the crucial role that was played by Professor Margaret Kobia and Mheshimiwa Shebesh. They really were at it. They were able to coordinate us every morning. We had those daily briefings, and we were able to break out to various committees that we went and shared. And I want to encourage my male colleagues to have an interest in these conferences. There is a lot that you learn, that will benefit you, your constituency, and this country at large. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Kioni, maybe you